But I don't know.
How many Zappa shows you see?
I might have seen one on a census trip. I might not have been old enough to get in.
Neil Young, you see him back in the day?
I did.
Of course.
And they had the Buffalo Springfield. But what happened was you had to be 21 to go into some of these places where they served alcohol. Like the whiskey.
Sick, bro. Oh, yeah.
Griff, this is Conrad. Conrad, this is Griff. He's my Uber driver. Can you order some food real quick? Before,
Why are you asking me?
Before one.
Why are you asking me?
His show.
Make sure the kitchen is still open.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay,
I ain't
my
making
bad.
burgers. I ain't taking orders.
Love you anyway. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
So here was the deal. You couldn't go in with the alcohol, the whiskey, or this or that unless you were 21. But if you were 18, you'd go to the next place where they had live sex on the stage with no alcohol.
Whoa.
You really had to go see a sex show. And then the hookers were up and down Sunset Boulevard, right? $20 front seat of your car.
Where was it that Hendrix handed you the joint?
That was in Boulder at a stadium for the university. I guess it was indoors. It was an indoor stadium in Boulder. And that would have been in. Now we're a little mixed up because it was 67, 68. Woodstock was 69.
You ever see the Beatles?
No, I missed them. They played in the Hollywood Bowl and a couple other places. I never saw it. But I would have liked to because they were so good, so fast. All the guitars.
You see the Dead in the 60s? You see the Dead with Pigpen?
Yeah, not only that.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, well, Pigpen was my friend.
Oh,
Because
wow.
when they came out to Denver, they stayed at my house. We were outside the city limits. And they played in the Family Dog, which was the Avalon Ballroom. And the roommate, Cyril, he had a Volkswagen van with a tank of nitrous in it and a tube. I didn't do the nitrous, he did the Pigpen. So that's what.
Nitrous, yeah. Nitrous, nitrous
Some
big,
people-
yeah.
Look, some people-
Pigpen was old school, huh?
Yeah, somehow him and I were friends, and Jordan and I were friends. See, when I was younger, I didn't know who they were. But when I grew up in Beverly Hills with Sal Mineo and these other nuts, and Michael Clark and the Birds, there was a coke dealer. And I wasn't allowed to go in the other room where the band was, and they sat around with a bowl of coke, and then they had to buy the next bowl, sugar bowl. But so I didn't know what was going on. But white powder never really bothered me because we were kids. And Jorma, from the airplane, I was assigned to him at the show to go drive home with him. He got on the wrong side of the road. But he didn't know what he's doing. Gracie Slick didn't stay there. She was in a hotel. But somehow Jorma and I were friends. Pigpen and I were friends. It was,
How'd you meet Pigpen?
Because the Dead, when they played at the Family Dog, which was the Denver chapter of the Avalon Ballroom, which was Chet Helms, and I didn't know Stanley Osley lived in Denver under a different name, so he was my friend making all the acid.
Yeah, the drugs. The drugs,
But I didn't know him because he had a different name. He was undercover.
Did you ever hang with Hunter Thompson?
Yes, because of Aspen. You see, when I had a place in Aspen in '68, because I found all this pot in the closet in Denver that belonged to a roommate of ours that went to Detroit and never came home. Now, we don't talk about the white powder because that's for us. But anyhow, so we bagged it up into 55 lids, right? But what are you going to do with it in Denver when you got long hair? So somebody said,
Long hair, long beard, right?
Yeah, and I hear
Long hair, long beard.
I hear like you the beard.
I know, but
So, and it's 16, 21. So it's like they're taking the Aspen. So what happened was, and this is like in December. Now, I thought I went on that trip, but actually I didn't because I had long hair. I looked like that. We had a Shelby Mustang Hertz car. It was red with white stripes, Jersey plates. So Cyril and Link.
What year? What year was the Mustang?
Well, it was probably a 65. And now we're talking about
65? 65? Convertible, right? Convertible,
No,
hard top? Hard top?
They were Hertz rental cars.
Oh my God. V8? V8? Stick shift or automatic?
Did you ever hang with Iggy and Bowie?
Iggy Bowie.
Iggy Pop and Bowie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever hang with them?
I
Did you ever hang with the Stones? Did you ever meet Keith?
Well, not really, but Seymour and Sal. See, my friends,
I'll be back. I'll be back.
the Stones were a strange band because you're your friend. I was never really their friend, but my friends were their friends because they liked certain ingredients that only people that had them.
Did you ever party with the Berry Pranksters?
Yes, because very well because my sister, and I'll tell you when it was in the early 70s. I think Ken Kesey was in town because they were filming The Cuckoo's Nest. He gave a lecture at UCLA and showed up at my mom's house in Beverly Hills with Ken Kesey. Now Ken is living in my mom's house with my sister Ann, and my mom, and it gets worse because I had my own friends like Sam Cutler, the manager.
Well, you're like Forrest Gump.
So my mom would go, "Hey Ken, is Tim Leary correct from Turtle Island? Should I take the call?" Right?
Take the call.
From Tim Leary. All right, so now I'm back to the triple beam and but finally, so anyhow, so Sam Cutler, the Stones manager from Texas, English guy, shows up to see his Peter Sheridan, the Boo Hoo, and Hunter Thompson. Hunter Thompson ran for sheriff in Aspen in 70 or 71. So I was the honorary mayor because I had all the cocaine and they let me go.
Did you ever meet his buddy Acosta, the lawyer? Did you meet him? Did you see him?
No, because you see, Hunter Thompson, I didn't really know him. He was friends of my friends from Wisconsin or something. But I was a writer too, but a different kind. And he ran for sheriff. I was already the honorary mayor. I don't know what I was doing.
Wow.
This is back, I think it's 70. Then in 69, when they landed on the moon, it was that same summer. And that was Woodstock. And that was the Tate murders. And that happened 100 yards from our house.
Did you go to Monterey Pop? Were you there? Well, you saw Hendrix at the Hollywood Bowl. That's pretty good.
And then I saw him in Boulder, but he was there 2 nights before. But they didn't announce it. He was just, it's in the book. He just hung around, right? But
See Zeppelin?
Well, I saw Zeppelin, Blind Faith, the other ones. I saw all the renditions of them. Traffic.
Smoke away from the building, though, please. All right.
And then there was Traffic, and there was Procol Harum, and there were all those early English bands. Now there's a show. Cream, okay. And then Eric Clapton used to live right up behind the Cadillac Hotel on Speedway area, that big house. It looks like a temple with all the air conditioners.
Did you ever see Basquiat and Warhol when they were in Venice? Basquiat and Warhol.
I put that sculpture down there. Oh, that Lindbergh. I'll come back. Now that the police are gone, I can leave because they were looking for me.
You got a good memory.
I actually remember everything. But when you're talking about something and nobody knows what you're talking about, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. But I sort of remember everything. Plus, I got a rap sheet and I got proof of all this bullshit. I got the artifacts. I even got dead skeletons in the closet because I got to find the family to bury the bones, right? They were all my friends and they're all
Did you ever hang with Neil in Laurel Canyon?
Speaking of that,
Neil Young?
Sort of, because my friend's house is there, and Leslie lived there, and we had a house next to that guy James, bad guy James, that fucked up all the girls. I hung with him. No, he was Canadian. He was a little older. He'd be about 79 or 80 now. 79. But he was up in San Jose, where he had a ranch. And I wish I did, because next time karaoke, I'm going to do Rock and Roll Will Never Die. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Cobain.
It's better to fucking burn out than rust away.
You ever chill with Bob Dylan? Did you see him around?
Yeah, Bob and Reverend Jack Elliott. I didn't know Bob very well, but Reverend Jack Elliott was my next door neighbor in Aspen. And he'd come out to LA and go to Dylan's. And Mick, something about Dr. Sachs, the heart doctor, the pharmaceutical cocaine. And you get an eighth of an ounce for hemorrhoids. They had to get some of the doctor. And then Reverend Jack and Mick were taking it to Bob, and Bob would go, "You got any more, right?" And then Reverend Jack gave me his Dodge Power Wagon to drive back to Aspen because him and Mick, I don't know what happened. But Bob Dylan, God bless him, and the Rolling Thunder. These are people that changed America, that fought for the freedom and the Vietnam War. And one war is too many, one slave is too many. Him and Joan Baez with Martin Luther King, and they changed the whole world. And if I never, and you know, you can't say what was right or wrong, because if you did something else that you didn't do, you might have died, and you might have a wife and kids, and everybody might be fucked up. Like some of my kids live out there in the rocks in Venice, and so they won't go home. Those are the items here. The Elijah Stewart, and the Can Heat, and okay, so John Paul Jones, he was from Led Zeppelin, or he was a drummer.
Yeah.
He lived at the bottom of Topanga. Keith Moon lived out on Broad Beach, next to Steve McQueen, next to Richard Freshman. And I worked for Freshman, and Freshman was building the house, and we ended up with Queens Jag, the XASS, and I got some party going on for 3 days in Beverly Hills, in that house by the Beverly Hills Hotel, basically a whorehouse. For free, you had to be a member, right? And I had this girl, I remember her, Carol, she had dark hair, I don't know where she came from. She gets a call, and I got to drive her out in the train because she's a house manager. She takes care of Keith Moon's house, and he died. So I have to drive her out there, and on top of the house, one of those lookout things, like a witch's hut on the top. And he was trying to build a ramp where you jump his motorcycle across McQueen. I don't know what he was doing, but he was supposed to be the best Keith Moon. And God bless him, and the Who, and Woodstock, and
You think Hendrix was killed?
well, apparently, this and that and everything else. He was in London. He had a girlfriend. He drank some wine. He might have done something, and he got sick. And the ambulance strapped him in upside down. So when he vomited, he drowned in his vomit because he was strapped in upside down. Now, whether Warner Brothers did that for the insurance money or it was an accident, who will ever know?
He had a bad manager. They worked him too hard. The system works the rockers too hard.
They got
Like Tom Petty.
Yeah.
You ever chill with Tom Petty?
Well, yeah, I guess so. But Tom Petty, I hear he got back to LA. He had to get up on stage. He has a bad hip.
Broken hip.
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 doctors plus his own guys, and it's just that much of nothing, and no see him. But Tom, they said George Harrison's son did a eulogy of the band, with Harrison.
Wilburys, Travelers.
Right.
Yeah.
And his son said that Tom Petty was a real spark in that band. And this is George Harrison's son saying that. And Tom Petty's son has a band that some friends of my son was in, Oliver Lyon, and they took the door off the bathroom in Tom Petty's house because Oliver Lyon had 2 ODs, but the fire department revived them, and there was no more door in the bathroom. Oh, what happened was they all left the house, and they forgot something. They came back on, and Oliver's dad was in the 3 Dog Night. And his dad was a surfer. No, his grandfather was 3 Dog Night. And Oliver's a musician, surfer, and they found him, and luckily they revived him, but no more door. So I knew him, and I knew his grandmother, and they come down to my place in Santa Monica to weigh out their pot, right? And I don't know what's going on. I'm weighing out the pot with his friend, and all of a sudden he comes out of the bathroom. Where's my drug? I said, wait a minute, dude. Hold it right here, right? And in the morning, his grandmother's out there in the lobby, and I go, fuck. And luckily they left. Something about his girlfriend at OD is in Malibu, the heroin cheaper than the pot.
Gotta keep it herbal. Gotta stick to the weed and mushrooms.
Yeah, so what happened was, there's Grandma, and she said, what's up, Daddy? I said, well, they were here, but they left. And these kids, they got track marks everywhere. I guess it's legal.
You never did the hard drugs?
I think they asked them, yeah, because we used to smuggle the cocaine and get the best pink flakes or whatever, and just shoot them up. But I was 25, and now I'm 75. So that was 50 years ago.
What do you do now? Just a little weed?
Yeah, just a little gummies, caffeine, or whatever. I really little tits in the face would be good.
Yeah, you know.
That way, I didn't see her. I think this is the roller skater girl here. This is a better one.
Thanks for coming by.
Well, yeah, I came. I heard about the job from the Sunlight checker at the front door.
Thanks for being on the show.
I'll be the Sunlight checker. I'm going back in there.
Yeah, go check it out. Go check it out. Where'd you see the Doors play?
Oh, yeah, I saw the Doors play here. I I saw the
What was this place called? The
Cheetah.
Cheetah Club.
But the thing was, I think I saw them. I don't know if I didn't see them in the whiskey because I wasn't old enough. But I saw them in Denver 6 or 8 times, and the family dog. And I mean, I was like you there, right? My job was to get as high as I could and make sure everybody else bought the drugs because this night. But I was also working for them for no incident, and Jim was right there, and then Robbie, no, the other guy.
Manzarek.
Yeah, with the keyboard bass, okay? He had the organ on one hand and the Fender keyboard bass on the other. That's why you don't see a bass guitar. He was both, right hand, left hand, bass and organ at the same time, Manzarek. And then he goes by
Virtuoso.
And that's where it's at. Some people do that. But he'd buy his clothes at Eric Ross in Beverly Hills, which is where Johnny Carson, everyone bought it. And it had to be my cousin's store. So, yeah, and I was spoiled.
You ever party with Carson?
No, I didn't. He had the biggest boat in the marina.
Oh, wow.
And when they and something about John DeLorean and owing the $5 million for all the cocaine, running Ford Motor Company and going to Le Mans. So DeLorean owed all this money to this guy in Florida named Blue Eyes, and they sent this guy Juan Radecki out to collect Big Juan. And Johnny Carson's part manager. I knew him from Aspen and Sun Valley, Bushkin, but he called me up and said, Andy, can you go to a fish company for lunch today? I'd like to buy you where you live. And there's going to be some guys there from somebody's coming in to see DeLorean. You'll figure it out. Just see if you know the guy, because they all knew about Marlon Brando's son would go to Florida with a parrot on his shoulder to score, and the parrot be shitting everywhere, and he was trying to score. Christian, right?
Christian.
So I go down there, and here's this guy with DeLorean, and there's a $5 million thing, and something about they sell him for $2 million or $2.5 million, and Johnny Carson paid the bill. And that's why Bushkin split up with Carson, because he paid DeLorean's cocaine bill, who ran Ford Racing, that won Le Mans with that GT Ford the third time with the 427, right? Where Carroll Shelby had something. And so I was all mixed up, and then Juan and I became buddies for years. And he was one of these, his dad had been the president of Guatemala and this and that, and he didn't know if his mom was the whore or the wife. And changed the bar.
They're beefing. They're beefing.
Yeah, beat him up. Hey,
Oh, we got the cops there too. You didn't tell me the cops pulled up.
They had 12 cars over there. All right.
You ever see Bruce Lee pop up?
You know, something about Bruce Lee, I guess so, because my mom's attorney was his attorney, but I miss Bruce Lee. That's another tragedy.
Yeah.
And I can lie too because I got the rap sheet, man.
Yeah.
And all my